Hi, show and tell time. Okay. First of all, I'm going to show you a really cool hat. This is a hat that my dad brought back for me from Egypt. I was about 15 or 16 at the time. He brought this back. He went TDY to Egypt. And another thing he brought back, which I really love, and I just recently crocheted crocheted this chain to put it on. But this is my name in hieroglyph. So cool, right? On the other side is my name carved in the English or the regular alphabet. But yeah, cool. I like to wear this. I like to wear this too. There's a story behind well, my mom gave me this, but she gave me this a while back, but there's some symbolism to the frog for me, which I won't get into right now. But another thing I like to wear, not related, but I wear this. This has black tourmaline and some other things in it, and a copper coil, but it helps to block the EMFs and certain kinds of energy. But anyway, I like to wear those. But I really like my hat. I really like this. I feel like Indiana Jones when I wear this. I don't wear it anymore, and it's really funny because okay, I'll show you a picture of when I did wear it, and I'm gonna block out the other people, but this is me. Oops, sorry people. This is me on a hike, a really big hike. Yeah, wearing my Indiana Jones hat. Love that hat. And it really did, I really did feel like I was on an adventure, and that my hat helped me. It helped me feel powerful. Oh, and here's another picture. Okay, I can't block out everybody's faces in this, sorry, but here's my friend wearing my hat. And here's me, everybody else that I was on the hike with. It was a long hike, and it was there were times where it was really difficult, and then other times when it was just very nice and relaxing, and we just enjoyed ourselves. Like this beach here was so much fun. But I don't know why I'm down below everybody else, but I mean, maybe that will tell you a little bit about me when I feel relaxed and I feel like me, I can let loose. But most of the environments that I've been in where people interact with me, I don't feel that freedom. Usually, like at school and places like that, I never really felt that, because I felt very constricted. I'll show you another picture because I think it's cute. Me, Halloween, just kind of, I dressed up as Pebbles, or a cave woman. I don't know if I was Pebbles, but I was definitely a cave woman. But I thought it was really fun. I loved the print of the the outfit I was wearing and the bone in my hair, and I just felt so cute, and I just felt so like free and powerful, and I just really like that feeling. That was a fun adventure, even though it was just a one-day Halloween adventure dressing up, right? But yeah, that's kind of what I'm talking about, is adventures. And but those are past. Those are in the past. Those adventures are in the past. Oh, here's another. This was me. This is my high school, my senior picture. Anyway, that was an adventure. It took me 2 hours to curl my hair, and that was probably like maybe only the second time I curled my hair during that school year, because I was a wash and go kind of girl. So it's kind of funny that I wanted to have my hair curled for my senior picture, because it doesn't really show what I looked like every day. But I don't know, I just wanted to do that for my picture, and I really liked the outdoor kind of look of, you know, like these leaves, and I liked being outside a lot, and so I was glad that I had a photo session outside. Yeah, I'm gonna show you one more picture, because this is me in Japan. I lived in Japan for about 4 years when I was little, and in this picture, I think we're at the baseball field, and I did play some softball for a while. Not at that age, a little bit older. At this age, excuse me, this is when I had my frog experiences, and I might talk about that at another time, but one experience in particular was very well, it had a huge impact on me, on my life. But I'll talk about that another time, possibly. But anyway, it's funny because I wanted to put this on today, and my head hasn't changed. I don't know. It's really funny because I tried to put this on and it doesn't fit. It will not fit. It's like I can't get it over my head, and it's like my head hasn't changed since I was 15, 16. Like, I really don't think it's changed, because I had put this on in years, you know, not many years ago. I put this on and it still fits. So it's so odd that it's not fitting now. And the only thing I can think of is the hat shrunk, and I didn't know it would do that. So weird. But I took that as a interesting, that maybe I've outgrown in some way, or the hat, or the adventures that I've had, in some ways those adventures are over, and you know, those particular adventures are just memories, parts of my past, and things that when I look at this hat, and I keep this hung on my wall in my my craft room, and it still brings me so much joy to look at it. Obviously now I can't wear it, but that's okay. I can look at it and enjoy it, and yeah, but I get to wear I get to wear this, I get to wear this, so I'm not, haven't outgrown that, so that's good. Yeah, but I want to talk about how, you know, we have so many adventures in life that we get to go on, and I'm still, those some adventures are in the past, and I will probably never, I may never do some of those adventures ever again. Like for example, I don't think I'm gonna do this adventure again, which is my I talked about this in another video, but I shared some stuff. But I used to have an ice cream website where I made a bunch of different recipes and shared them online, and I had so much fun doing it. Like, I'll show you some pictures of what I've done. But this is something that I've outgrown. This is an adventure that I've outgrown, and it's no longer part of, well, it is part of me, but it's no longer, it's not a current adventure, and it's okay to, it's okay to close the door on one adventure and open a door to a new adventure. You know, we don't have to limit ourselves, and you know, life is meant to be full of many different kinds of adventures, and they're not all meant to last the length of our life, you know. Like, okay, so I'm going to show you this because I think it's fun. So this is some of the stuff that this is just some of the stuff that I did on my website. Okay, this is a hot dog sundae and apple chips. So it was really just, this is a Twinkie, this is raspberry sorbet, and then this is like I forgot what I used, but like some sort of sweet sauces or something that, you know, it's all dessert, right? And these are apple chips. So, but it looks like a hot dog and chips, right? That's the whole idea, to do a fake out or whatever. Yeah, that was really fun to create, to come up with the idea and then create it, and, you know, so much fun. The other thing, here's another one. This is stir fry ice cream sundae and homemade fortune cookie. So I used the spaghetti ricer, or, you know, like the, excuse me, you can use like a regular ricer. You stick it in the freezer for a long time to keep it cold. And then, yeah, I used a regular, did I use a regular ricer? I think I may have. I think I probably put it in the freezer and then brought it out and like made the vanilla ice cream look like rice. So it just didn't make, it made shorter, very, you know, like long grain rice, instead of like the long noodles that you get, which I'll show you. Where is that? Like with the, I use the same tool, but see, that's like when making long noodles with for the spaghetti ice cream. So doesn't that look like spaghetti? Yeah, and these are brownies that I made look like meatballs, and that's like coconut. Anyway, there's that, and then there's but like I said, these were, I did a shorter, instead of making a long noodle, I made this short little grain of rice and put it, and then I put like this, it looks like it's all fruit, it's all like fruit, and in like a, I don't know, probably strawberry sauce or something, and it looks like a stir fry, doesn't it? And then this is a homemade fortune cookie which was so much fun. They were so much fun to make. Okay, and then like I did some stuff with Nutella. I made Nutella ice cream, and that was so much fun because I love Nutella. I've eaten this since I was 9 years old because excuse me, because that's when I lived in Germany. That was like a staple. You know, the kids, like my German friends, like a lot of times for breakfast they would have a slice of bread with Nutella on it. Okay, so here's like I made like a grilled Nutella sundae. So this is basically a Nutella sandwich, but I did it like, you know, like you do a grilled cheese, but you know, yeah. Grilled sandwiches that are sweet are amazing. And then, you know, of course, ice cream and whipped cream and hot fudge. Here's my Nutella ice cream. I made that. That was really good. I made my own recipes. Okay, and then this one I love. Oh, I recommend, if you've never had a grilled peanut butter and jelly sandwich, oh my gosh, so good. And this is kind of overkill because it just becomes even more sweet when you add the ice cream and the topping. But oh my gosh, so good. Grilled peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Oh, so good. Okay. And then I tried doing some gluten-free stuff for gluten-free and dairy-free, allergen-free type stuff because I have one of my kids couldn't have all the other stuff, had so many food allergies, so I tried to do things for her too. And I came up with gluten-free and dairy-free ice cream sandwiches. These were like snickerdoodle type cookies. See, here's gluten-free snickerdoodles. And that was really fun, making, you know, creating the recipes for all this. And then I did it. This is dairy-free, soy chocolate ice cream. Oh, this was actually really good. It tastes like a fudgesicle. So good. Oh, and this, soy strawberry ice cream, amazing. I used fresh strawberries for that, and I think I also cooked some of the strawberries. Like, I don't know. I don't remember how I did it. I probably still have the recipe, but anyway. But we did that, and then this is a soy strawberry popsicle. She really enjoyed it. She's wearing Mulan. And then with the ricer, with the spaghetti ice cream maker, or the ricer, I did this chocolate ice cream bird's nest. So this is a bird nest sundae with like those really yummy eggs and the gummy worm and the peeps. I just thought that was cute. I like to do stuff like that. And then here's like a spider ice cream sundae. These are, the legs are Tootsie Rolls. I just had so much fun playing with food. Oh, here's that grilled peanut butter and jelly again. I don't know why that's in there still. And then like grasshopper, you know, I call it grasshopper. Well, it's mint Oreo cookie ice cream. So good. Love mint Oreo. And here's a mint Oreo grasshopper ice cream cake or pie. I think it's a cake. Yeah, but that was so good too. Cake mix ice cream sandwich. So a little thicker than what you get with the store-bought versions, but really, really good. Very good. One of my favorites. This is, I call it banana lumpia. lumpia is like it's a Filipino egg roll. But this, what I do is I put, well, in the Philippines, they also have something called turon, and they use plantain. They use like the tropical, the other kinds of bananas, like more like the plantain and jackfruit, and they roll it in the lumpia wrapper and fry it. That is really good. But this is my version, where it's more like I would say even like Mexican flavor. Because I use the lumpia wrapper, but I put our regular bananas that we all eat. I put those and I cut them in half and then quarter them and put them, the half in, roll it in cinnamon and sugar, and then roll it up in the wrapper and then fry it, and it becomes like this gooey. You have to be careful because it gets really hot, but like it becomes this really gooey, yeah, like, I don't know, caramelized. It's so good. And then, but I made a sundae out of that. I put two of those and then some ice cream and stuff on the top. There's a caramel sauce on the top. This was amazing. Like, it just elevates that banana lumpia so much. But I love that. And then I also did some healthier stuff. Like, this is basically, I was doing green smoothies many years ago before it was popular, when it was just, yeah, not quite popular yet, but anyway, green smoothie, and I made it looks nice in the glass, right? And then here's another like healthier kind of thing. This is a strawberry prickly pear sorbet. I created this recipe. All the recipes I've created, but I thought, ooh, I think strawberry and prickly pear would go really well together as a sorbet, and it was really good. I loved it. This is the prickly pear. This is on top of the cactus that maybe you've seen growing on top of the cactus, but they call this tuna in Spanish, but yeah, but it's prickly pear. We know it as prickly pear. So good. So anyway, I don't have this website anymore. I closed it down. I think it was 2018 or 2019. I closed it down because it just was, it was just, I was done with it. I didn't, it was, I don't know. I just knew that that part of my life was over. Like, that was not, I knew that adventure, it was fun while I did it, but I knew that adventure was over. And so I closed it all down, and I kept the website up for really a long time. After I had stopped working on it, I kept it up for a long time, but then I finally realized, you know what, I don't want to keep paying for something like, that I just didn't want to keep paying the fee, the monthly fee to have that website sitting there. And yes, I was still getting a lot of visitors and all of that, but energetically, I just felt like I needed to move on from that. And so now they're just memories, and I'm okay with that. And that's how I feel about a lot of things in my life that I've outgrown or I've moved on from. They were great fun adventures while they lasted, but they weren't meant to last throughout my whole life. And and I'm learning that's okay. It's okay to have adventures that are short-lived, or because it makes room for more adventures. We're not limited. Another adventure that is coming to a close for me, because I'm almost done with this latch hook. I just have this little section right here, and I started this, I think, in December, like the end of December or beginning of January. Can't remember exactly. I think I got this for Christmas, but my birthday is in December too, so it was either birthday or Christmas, but I think it was Christmas. But this has been an adventure for me. I've liked doing this latch hook like when I was a kid, and I have some other videos where I was talking about this latch hook. This started out as kind of a I don't know, I had some roadblocks in this adventure that I had to decide, what I wanted to do, because at first it seemed like this wasn't working out. Like when I first opened up the kit and everything, here's the latch hook kit. When I first opened it up, the colors seemed really off, and the latch hook itself seemed like it was cheap and not gonna work out, like it was gonna break or something. And so I was really discouraged at first, and I thought, oh my gosh, I don't know if this is gonna work out, and also these things didn't seem to be lining up. The map part of this didn't seem to be accurate or whatever. But I was like, I had a choice to make. Like, either I just, don't keep going, or I just get started and see where it takes me. And so I decided I'm just gonna try it. I'm just gonna get started and see where it goes. And partially, I started here. And when I started it, and like I said in one of my other videos where I was talking about this, all of the things that I thought were gonna be problematic, and expecting the worst kind of thing, it surprised me, because right away it started to look like it was working out, and I was just like, oh, it's not what I thought. It's actually working out better than I thought it would. And I noticed that's, and I've noticed it many times, that is how life is. Like, a lot of things that we think aren't going to work out on our adventures, and they are adventures because we have those roadblocks, and we have the things that we have to, like, leap over, go around, climb up, descend down, or all the things that makes life an adventure. All those things happen, and sometimes we can get too in our heads and thinking that things aren't going to work out. But if you get started and you get into your heart, and you just get started, and you're down here instead of in your head, then you realize that this is fun. I'm enjoying this. The things aren't what I thought they were, because your ego sometimes just gets in the way. And anyway, I'm very excited about this. It's almost done, and this is already like a pillowcase, so I'll put it in a pillowcase when I'm done. But I'm gonna have to trim some of the some of the yarn that's a little too long, but that's all right. But it's actually, I like it. It's turned out better than I thought. And that's how my life is too. Like, I can really get in my head sometimes and think that, oh, this is not working out the way I wanted it to. And that the lesson that I keep learning over and over is that we're supposed to just go with the flow. And like, we're not supposed to like have this image in this perfect image in our head of how something is supposed to be. The whole idea is to have an adventure, and when you're having an adventure, there's so many things that are unknown. Like when Indiana Jones goes on his adventures, like, yeah, he has a certain quest and things that he's trying to do, but like how many obstacles and how many like things he has to encounter along the way, that's part of the adventure. Like it would be pretty boring if like if you were watching his movie and in the movie he just went from point A to point B with no problems, no things to circumvent, or no leaps of faith. Like there were so many times when there's like things that are unknown. You think you know something, but then you realize you really don't know much about what you thought. And he was an expert. He was he's an archaeologist, and like he's a professor teaching stuff, and still there were things that he didn't know. And the only way he could know them was through his experience. And that's exactly what life is. It's like we have to learn through our experience. We can't just think our way through life, because life is meant to be experienced, and it's meant to be an adventure, and not let's just get from point A to point B. I mean, that's not an adventure. When you're just going through the motions and getting from point A to point B, that's not an adventure. And you may not be able to enjoy life as well as if you put on your adventure hat, and like really be part of your movie. Be the main character in your movie and enjoy whatever comes. And like as you go along, that's when you meet the challenges. And don't think too far ahead and be afraid of the unknown, but think about what's right in front of you, and do it Indiana Jones style, where you take those leaps of faith over chasms of unseen pathways. Roll yourself under the closing iron doors, or it wasn't iron, but like cement rock doors, and oh no, my hat's on the other side, and like at the last minute grab that hat because you still want your hat, right? and if you get stuck in a pit of snakes, there's a way out. There's always a way out. And it's an adventure while you're there, probably a scary one if you don't like snakes, like he didn't like snakes. So that was, you know, and then there were times when he was with rats and he didn't like rats. And then in one of his movies, the female, no, I can't think of her name. Anyway, the one traveling with him, I think this one was Temple of Doom. Yeah, she had to go through all those bugs, and she didn't like bugs, but she survived it. And you know, and they had to eat, they were served foods that were not foods that they would normally eat. And you know, I mean, life's an adventure. That's what I'm trying to say. Life's an adventure. Do it Indiana Jones style and just go with the flow. It's okay to have a plan, but like, don't get locked in to how it's going to look, how that journey's going to look, and just enjoy the journey along the way. And don't be afraid to close out old adventures that just don't fit anymore. Look at this. I'm going to show you how this just doesn't even fit me anymore. And I don't know how that happened. Look at that. It won't even go on. Isn't that crazy? I don't know how that happened. I don't know if the hat must have shrunk, because I don't think my head got any bigger. But anyway, we're meant to expand. We're meant to be curious, to explore our world and our life, and to take it all in and enjoy the processes and enjoy the journey. And yeah, so I have many more journeys left in me. I know I do. And I'm feeling like there's things in my life that are ending, and there's things that are opening up, new adventures, new things that I haven't experienced before. And I get to experience those things, and you know, they are still unknown to me. There's things that I can't see what's up ahead, but that's okay, because I'm here now, and I just deal with what's right in front of me at the moment, and that let that unfold, and enjoy that process of unfolding. I have one more thing that I want to share with you, which kind of expounds upon what I just said. I went to look at some art on Friday, just this last Friday. Woke up that morning and just felt like, I don't know, just had this feeling of, I want to look at art today. And you know, I'd only gotten out like a week before that. I'd only gotten out once, and then, you know, I think it was a week before that. I'd been stuck in my room for like 10 months because of health stuff, but mostly probably, well, some of it was definitely health stuff, but also, yeah. Anyway, so I woke up feeling like, I want to look at art. Like, I want to actually, I don't want to look at it, I want to look at it in person. I want to experience the art in person. And I have seen a lot of art in my life, because I have gone to so many museums, so many art galleries, and over the years. And, you know, even in Europe, when I lived there, I saw a lot of art. And then I've seen a lot of masterpieces, you know, from the people we consider masters, you know, their works. I've seen their works in person and I've experienced them. But I went to a local, on Friday. It was actually, there was to be an artist reception that night at our local place. And there's one artist's work is featured. I'll just tell you, her name is Mirabelle Wiggin. And the exhibit that the art she was displaying was called Arcadia. And it was a lot of landscape florals and I don't know, it was interesting because this was an adventure that I was not expecting. And like I said, I woke up that day, Friday morning, and just felt like I want to look at art in person. And then realized, oh, today's Friday. Which Friday is it? Is it like the first Friday of the month? And I looked and it was. And I was like, oh my gosh, so there's a new exhibit. And I haven't gone to look at art for a really long time. It's been over a year, maybe even longer, maybe 2 years. But so I went. I actually drove for the first time in 10 months. I drove myself. My husband went along with me in the car, just in case, because I hadn't driven in so long, and you know, I'm still gauging myself on what I can do and what I feel comfortable with. But anyway, I drove there downtown, and he stayed in the car because he was still working. And I went in, and I before I even went, I had this internal battle with myself, you know, trying to decide, okay, how do I see this happening? So I had to decide how I was going to get there and when I was going to get there, because was I going to go to the reception in the evening where there would be a lot of people? So not just the art to take in, but also all the people and like all their energy. And I was like, I don't know, I kind of want to test that out, but I just don't know if I'm up to that, because I've just been really sensitive to energy. And so what ended up happening, so, and I tried on different people that I could, in my mind, could go with me or could take me or whatever, and none of that felt right. None of it felt right. And I landed on knowing that I should just go during the day. I should just go when it opens, like at noon. I should just go after that, go during the day, because it's very likely that I would be the only one there besides the people working there. And so then I could just go at my own pace and enjoy the art without the possible interference of other people's energies and just everything that, you know, would be going on around me. I just felt like that might be a little too much for me. And maybe I need to just take a baby step. So that's what I decided. And so I ended up taking that baby step of, well, one baby step was driving. The other baby step was going in and enjoying the art, surrounded by art. So what I was not expecting, and this is the part that feels like the real adventure, is discovering the unknown and the things that you that you just had no clue about. And that's what happened. I went in, and just walking in to this space where all of her art was on all of the walls, and it was like I was surrounded in this I was surrounded in this world that I hadn't experienced before, and it felt very different than anything I've yeah. So like I said before, I have seen a lot of art. I have experienced the masters. I think I didn't experience it in the same way I experienced this particular art. So I felt very overwhelmed by being in that space with all of those paintings, and like it was like their energy matched my energy, and for a time I became like entangled with it, and it was really overwhelming and very energetically powerful art that, yeah, I don't know how to explain this. It was not like anything I've ever experienced before. It was a spiritual experience for one. But it was like, it's like the energy from those paintings were part of me. Like I was experiencing it on such a deep level, and it was very overwhelming, and I was not able to walk around the room because it was so overwhelming, and it was impacting me so deeply. So thankfully they had benches, really nice leather benches that they had put out in the room so that you could sit and just look at the art. And that's what I did. I sat for a while in one place and looked around the room, but then I couldn't see the names of the art, and I really wanted to know what were they called. And so I asked one of the workers if she would mind going around the room and just telling me the names of the different pieces. So she did that for me, and as I sat trying to take it all in, but also regulate my nervous system, because I was really just trying to adjust to feeling this energy that was entangling with me. And so after a while I was able to, I wasn't feeling dizzy or anything. It was just like I couldn't physically like support myself to get up and walk very much. But then after a while I was able to adjust to the room, the energy in the room. And so then I was able to get up and walk to the other side of the room and see some of the other paintings up close, and then had a really beautiful conversation with the person that was helping me. And yeah, and then she took pictures of, I asked her if she would take pictures of the art so that I could look at it later. And she said she would, so she did that. And so after that, that was pretty much it. I decided that, okay, it was time to go. That was the end of my adventure. And yeah, it was beautiful. I've never felt the impact of someone's art the way I felt it that day. And yeah, and I have seen a lot of art, and I don't know, maybe it's just now I'm understanding what art means to some people, like how some people can look at a piece of art and just maybe that's what they experience. Maybe they get entangled with it. I don't know, but I didn't even know that was possible until this experience, and it was beautiful. And it was an adventure, and it was just like, wow, I didn't know. But it made me think about how each of us, it doesn't matter if we are putting out a piece of artwork, or if we're putting out whatever we're creating. It doesn't matter what it is that we're creating. Those creations that you make, the things that you create, whether it's the things you say, whatever it is, drawings, could be music, could be things you build, your whatever work you do. Like, I'm just saying that I honestly don't know that it was exclusive to this particular art. I don't think it is. I think the lesson here is that I really think the lesson here is that this particular person had done a work in a way that the energy behind it came along with her work, like and so what I'm trying to say, and it's just hard for me to put into words, the things that we create that really come from our heart, the things that we create from the heart, we may not realize the impact that those things have on, the energetic level. We may not realize the impact that they have on other people. And we may not realize that it can be an adventure for someone else. It was already an adventure for us when we created that, but then someone else gets to experience in a different way the adventure of feeling the energy of what you've created. Kind of like the wake behind a boat. You didn't get to experience riding on the boat, while you're creating the wake. Maybe you came behind that boat, and now you get to feel the energy that's left, the wake of the energy that's left behind from what that boat created in its path. If that makes any sense. That's kind of what I'm saying. I was just feeling the energy of the process that this artist went through, and it was so powerful. It was so powerful. And so, yeah, I know I'm all over the place with my thoughts, but I hope you get something out of something that I've said today. But just remind yourself that life is full of adventures, and they have a big impact on us, and sometimes they come to an end and new ones start. And if you approach your life as an adventure and with curiosity and with be playful like a child and approach it from a place of love, then whatever happens in your life will feel beautiful and will feel like an adventure. Even the hard parts will feel, like an Indiana Jones movie, where things don't always go according to the plan, but they do work out, and there's fun along the way. All right, I think that's it. All right. Don't know what else to say, but have a great day.